What's up? It's your boy Slim M checking in with another video. And today, I have another serious topic. And this video was spurred on by Renegade Number One's video. Most men can't accept the truth. And while I was watching it, he made several great points. I'm saying about the incel situation. And this made me realize that um all that men that just that everything that everybody in general, people aren't born monsters. Well, unless you're a psychopath, of course, then your nervous system doesn't work the same as a normal person. Then you are technically deemed a monster. You know what I'm saying? By birth. But I realized that there are a lot of sociopaths. You know what I'm saying? That would have been normal people, but they experienced some trauma along the way. And everyone has experienced trauma in their life. And so that does not make it right for them to lash out and to take other people's lives because they can't cope with their own trauma. But what I want people to realize is that that we can contribute to someone else's trauma in life. And this goes on with the whole mental health thing too. Because at certain points there's this thing called the void, as my good friend my day one would call it. You know what I'm saying? Where people just fall into the abyss of just negative thinking. You know what I'm saying? And when you receive constant negative reinforcement, whether it be rejection, abuse, whether it be verbal or physical, it puts you into the void, which is where all your dark thoughts lie. And once you sink deep enough into the void, there's a point of no return where you just lose yourself as a person. And I realized this in my own life. I used to hate the world. I used to be angry at the world. As mentioned before, I was orphaned at 6 by my mother, and that really fucked with me, and still kind of fucks with me to this day. But I keep my emotions under control. I've been practicing my spirituality. I've been doing good with you know what I'm saying, the MGTOW content. Doing these videos is like my therapy. You know what I'm saying? I just want to help as many men as possible. And what I notice about people that have experienced great amounts of trauma in their life is that they tend to exhibit sociopath tendencies. And I even see some of them in myself, like just a lack of remorse or shame. I feel like most people, once they've been constantly rejected, you know what I'm saying, or put down, they start to feel nothing. They become numb. So I feel like when all these mass shootings happen and all these shooters, these crazy ass people running around with these guns just killing everybody, I feel like to make them feel something, they haven't felt something in so long, that the act of taking other people's lives, you know what I'm saying, and taking their own life in most cases, finally ends their suffering and makes them feel something, because they crave stimulation, because they haven't felt something in so long, and this causes them to participate in deviant behavior. And another thing I realized about people who have experienced a large amount of trauma is that they tend to disassociate themselves from their natural personality or their true selves. And I have 2 personal stories about disassociating from one's personality. So the first one is a personal story, and I realized that I have this trait of disassociating, where there's 2 of me. So there's a version of me that's very outgoing, you know what I'm saying, that's an extrovert that likes to be around people, you know what I'm saying, that's the life of a party, you know what I'm saying, that's the center of attention. And then I realized there was this part of me that was an introvert, a cold, callous person that didn't care about anything, that lacked empathy. And it's so drastic that people can actually tell that there are 2 sides of me. I'm like, you know what I'm saying, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. And I realized this when I was going to the cafeteria in my freshman year. And one of my female classmates asked me where I was going. And I told her, this is how I said, we're going to the cafeteria. She said, we, because it was just me by myself. And I just realized that I referred to myself in the third person, but with the wrong pronoun, as in we, as in I was in some Split type shit, like the movie Split, where he has like 24 different personalities. It's like my brain acknowledged that there were two of me. And another time I experienced this was when I picked up my phone because my aunt called me. And my aunt, you know what I'm saying, I'm usually goofy and everything around my aunt and stuff like that. But she's like, who is this? You know what I'm saying, when she called my phone. Because she didn't even recognize me. And then I realized, I was like, oh shit, it's starting to come out. I was like, I've tried to keep my true self, the one that has experienced a lot of pain and suffering, you know what I'm saying, under wraps, because if worse comes to worse, I know that it will consume me, and I can't let that happen. And then my second story is related to my barber. My barber is actually a very similar person to me. He has experienced a lot of hardships in his life, and I really didn't meet the real him until I would say my third or fourth cut. You know what I'm saying? This man he's funny, he's hilarious, you know what I'm saying? He's a pretty chill dude to be around. But you would never know that, you know what I'm saying, if you didn't take the time to get to know him, because when he's not, you know what I'm saying, when he's not comfortable around people, you know what I'm saying, he's very cold and like callous, and you could feel like his energy is different once you get to know him, you know what I'm saying? Just like my energy is different, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of people that have experienced trauma are fragmented, you know what I'm saying? Not in just their way of thinking, but in their reality. They're living two realities. And when you're going through this MGTOW journey, this red pill journey, this black pill journey, it's up to you to put yourself together. And I feel like we're, you know what I'm saying, a lot of men and a lot of people that have trauma are just fragmented. But if you take time out to figure out who you really are, you can put the pieces back together. And as Kevin Wendell Crumb said in Split, he said that the strongest people in the world are the broken. And I will forever live with that message. So I want to encourage you all to, you know what I'm saying, take time to find out who you truly are, because that will eventually save your own life. Thank you for listening. It's your boy Slim M. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and peace.